So I've done reviews on both of these bags on my channel, but today I want to help you decide which is better for you and your photography needs. So with that being said, let's jump right in. What's up y'all, it's Project Photography back with another video, and today before we get started, make sure to follow all of my socials down in the description bar below. But the Peak Design 3-liter version 2 sling and the Peak Design 20-liter everyday version 2 backpack are two bags that I really love for my photography. And I've used it for quite some time, and I really want to make a video comparing the two. Now this video isn't going to be some sort of like, hey, like here are the specs and here are the features of each of these bags, because I've already done reviews on them and those essentially run through all of them, which you can find in the description bar below. But today I really want to help people decide that are really in between and want to know if the 20-liter bag or the 3-liter bag would make sense for you in your photography situations. So today we're going to be running through the use case scenarios and then what I would recommend, and then the conclusion. So not a long video, but let's go ahead and talk about the use case scenarios for both the 20-liter and the 3-liter. So the Peak Design 20-liter version 2 everyday backpack is meant for photographers that are going to go in and have closer to a dedicated shoot day. Right, I can pack two Nikon Z6s in there with two lenses, bring my laptop, and even things like a sweater or a water bottle. So I'm packing quite a bit in this bag for work days especially. But you can also use it for a longer EDC day. For, let's just say example, you're going right into the city, you're gonna be taking some photos, but you also need stuff in order to pack, like for example, if you just bring like food or like your sweater and whatnot. Honestly, the 20-liter just makes a lot more sense in those scenarios. And on top of it, the bag is incredibly comfortable, and having a hip belt actually allows you to take a lot of the weight off your shoulders, which is something that the Peak Design 3-liter version 2 sling doesn't necessarily have, but it definitely has a lot of other features that I think will be really positive for a lot of photographers. First of all, it's very minimalistic. It's only 3 liters. So for me, I'm packing mainly like a Nikon Z6 and then a Nikon 28mm f2.8, and then some like my miscellaneous stuff like my protein bar, and then like my keys and then my wallet and so forth. This is definitely an EDC type of bag where I am throwing in my camera gear because it is meant for that. But these are on days that I want to be very minimalistic. I don't want to carry a lot, and I'm just out there shooting, enjoying my time, but also not having to feel like I'm in a super high leverage situation that should capture amazing photos, which for me is the biggest difference between the 20-liter and the 3-liter. What kind of leverage are we talking about in terms of high leverage situations where we need to bring a lot more camera gear and we're really dedicated to shooting, versus low leverage in which we want to be more minimalistic and not have to carry as much and just kind of enjoy our time out. So now that you know what I would use a 3-liter and what I use a 20-liter for, let's now talk about what I would recommend for you in your photography. First of all, you really have to look at the gear that you have. For example, it just wouldn't make sense if you had a Nikon D850 and so forth and a bunch of lenses to actually have a 3-liter sling. It just doesn't really make sense. It's not all that economical, and the 3-liter sling really just isn't meant for that. But if you had, let's just say, some like Nikon crop sensor stuff, very small camera bodies, you know, you could go with either one of them, right? Like, and for me, I really want to pick the bag that I feel like would most encompass a lot of my scenarios, which is kind of why for me I bought both, because I found myself in both of those scenarios a lot, and it just didn't make sense for me to bring this entire bag out with my 20-liter if I'm just going out to like a bar with my friends. But the reason why gear depends a lot on this question is based off your comfortability. Like, you need to determine, okay, how much gear am I really bringing when I'm actually out shooting? And for a lot of people, sometimes it's one lens and one body, and sometimes it's like 4 lenses and 2 bodies, and it just really depends on what that gear is and how much you're bringing. And for me, I like to really mix it up. And if I'm going out and just being more casual with my friends, 3-liter is definitely the way to go. But if I'm like on and more of an intensive shoot, a place that I haven't been to before, and I really care about the image that I'm coming out with, then the 20-liter just makes so much more sense. And I think the thing is, with something like a 3-liter, it doesn't have to be a camera bag in particular. You can use it more as an EDC bag. And when I mean EDC, I mean everyday carry. So for me, so you don't have to even throw in camera gear and so forth. You can just throw in the stuff that you would carry on a normal everyday basis, and it's small enough to not actually take up that much space. So that's also something you have to think about when deciding between these two bags. But honestly, if you are cramped and you do feel like you kind of need a little bit of a step up, I would just go with a 20-liter, because it just doesn't make sense to, you know, use your time and energy on something like a 3-liter. So in conclusion, both bags are honestly incredible for what they're meant for. I mean, having a 20-liter dedicated camera bag that is just absolutely stunning with incredible build quality. I mean, I've had it for the past I want to say 3 years for the V2, and then I had the V1 back in 2018. But I've had this bag for an incredibly long time, and it just holds up so well. The build quality is amazing, and I really haven't felt like I needed any other camera bag. Well, except for my landscape bag, and then obviously my 3-liter. I mean, that's just a different scenario. But the 3-liter bag, on the other hand, is just the minimalist bag that every minimalist photographer should have, to be quite honest with you. It's so small, so compact. You only need one camera, one lens to really go out and enjoy your time. And you really need to ask yourself, you know, what kind of camera gear am I bringing? And what kind of photographer am I? Am I one that likes to go on more high leverage shoots, capture the best images possible, and bring all the gear that I have so I make sure I don't miss a shot? Or am I the type of photographer that I'm gonna go out and just kind of enjoy my time with the people that I love, or just not have to feel like I have to bring a bunch of stuff? And for those type of people, the 3-liter makes more sense, whereas the former should probably just get the 20-liter. So anyways, guys, my job here wasn't necessarily to say which one is better, because they are both really good in their own scenarios. Now it's up to you to decide which one you would rather have. Let me know down in the comment section down below whether you would like to have the 20-liter everyday backpack from P Design or the 3-liter Sling. Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for experiencing the world with me today. Please feel free to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.